The sun begins to set over a quiet countryside, casting a warm golden hue across the rolling fields. A lone horse grazes near the edge of the field, its glossy coat gleaming in the fading light. The horse moves slowly, its hooves gently crunching on the grass. The horse's ears flicker, alert to something in the distance. It turns its head, its gaze fixed on a small, abandoned box tucked under the shade of a large oak tree. The box seems out of place, its edges frayed, the colors faded and worn. Curiosity draws the horse closer, its nostrils flaring as it approaches the mysterious object. With a gentle nudge of its nose, the horse bumps the side of the box. There's a brief moment of stillness. Then, the faint sound of a baby's cry breaks the silence. The horse stops, its head dipping low, ears pricked, and eyes wide with concern. The baby's cries grow louder, echoing through the quiet countryside. The horse carefully nudges the box again, more insistently this time. Slowly, the box shifts open, revealing a tiny face, flushed with warmth, but streaked with tears. The baby, no more than a few days old, seems to be reaching out in search of comfort. The horse steps back for a moment, its head cocked to one side as if contemplating the situation. Its large, soulful eyes never leave the baby. The baby's cries become more desperate now, and the horse steps forward again, nudging the box with tenderness, attempting to offer solace. The baby's tiny fingers grasp the edge of the box, the desperation in its grasp pulling at the horse's heart. There's no mistaking the deep empathy in the animal's eyes. It's clear that this is more than curiosity. It's a connection, a silent understanding between two beings in a world that can sometimes be unforgiving. The baby's cries grow louder, piercing the quiet air, and the horse stands frozen for a moment, as if trying to comprehend what it's witnessing. Its gaze never leaves the infant, and the concern in its eyes is unmistakable. The horse slowly takes a step back, unsure of what to do next. But something inside it seems to shift, and with a quiet snort, it takes another careful step forward. The horse lowers its head once again, its large, warm eyes studying the baby with an intense focus. A figure appears in the distance, a farmer who has been working nearby. As the farmer gets closer, they notice the horse standing protectively over the box. They rush forward, their heart racing as they realize what the horse has discovered. The baby's cries grow more frantic, and without hesitation, the farmer gently scoops the infant out of the box, wrapping it carefully in their arms. The horse watches closely, its body tense, as though unsure whether to stay or retreat. The farmer, overwhelmed by the gravity of the situation, looks up at the horse, whose gaze is full of something close to understanding. It's as if the horse knows that its role in this moment isn't over yet. The baby, now cradled in the farmer's arms, calms a bit as the warmth and comfort of human touch offer some relief. The horse takes a step back, but it doesn't leave. It remains there, watching, its protective instinct unwavering. The farmer continues to hold the baby gently, looking around the field for help. There's no mistaking the bond that has already formed between the two, human and animal, both drawn together by an unseen force. The horse stands close by, vigilant, as the farmer begins to walk toward the barn, its every step measured, careful not to break the fragile moment they now share. The bond between the horse and the baby is unspoken, but profound. The animal's protective presence offers a silent assurance that, no matter what happens next, the baby is no longer alone. The farmer carefully cradles the baby, moving slowly and cautiously as they begin the walk back toward the barn. The horse follows closely behind, its hooves making a soft sound against the earth, a steady rhythm that seems to match the pulse of the moment. The baby, still wrapped in the farmer's arms, is quiet now, but its small fingers twitch occasionally, as if sensing the safety that's beginning to surround it. The horse's presence is calming, as if it understands the importance of this moment and the protection it has offered. With each step, the horse remains close, watching over the farmer and the infant. The farmer occasionally looks back at the horse, sensing the loyalty and care in its gaze. The path ahead is long, but the farmer knows they're not walking it alone. There's an unspoken connection between the two, and the horse's watchful eyes are a reminder that this small life, so fragile and vulnerable, is being cared for. As they approach the barn doors open to reveal a warm, welcoming interior, the glow from a nearby lantern casting a soft light over the wooden beams. The farmer gently enters, stepping into the warmth, while the horse stops just outside, waiting, content to remain vigilant from the threshold. The baby is carefully placed on a soft bed of blankets, the tiny form now surrounded by warmth and care. The farmer looks down, a sigh of relief escaping their lips as they watch the baby, now calm, drift into a peaceful sleep. The horse stands just outside the barn, looking in through the open door. Its presence is felt, even from a distance. The farmer glances back at the horse, a silent thank you passing between them. The animal remains steadfast, its role in this moment far from over. The connection between the horse, the farmer, and the baby has already begun to shape a new story, one of care, of love, and of a bond that will endure. The baby lies peacefully on the soft blankets, its tiny chest rising and falling in a steady rhythm. The warmth of the barn and the comforting presence of those around it offer a sense of safety and peace. The baby's eyes flutter open for a moment, gazing up at the soft light of the lantern before drifting back to sleep, as if the world has slowed down just for them. The cries that once filled the air are now replaced with a calm quiet, a testament to the care and compassion it has already received. Outside, the horse remains in its spot, standing just at the edge of the barn, looking in. Its gaze is focused, but there's a quiet acceptance in its stance now. The horse knows its part in this story is not finished, but the most important task has been completed. It watches over the baby from a distance, ensuring that its new companion is safe and cared for. There's a subtle understanding between the horse and the farmer. Both know that the baby is no longer alone, that it has been found, protected, and loved. As the evening stretches on, the horse eventually takes a step back, retreating from the barn. Its silhouette is framed by the fading light of the sunset, a moment of peace settling over the landscape. The farmer watches the horse leave, a quiet gratitude in their heart for the animal's unspoken dedication. The connection between them, forged in that quiet field, will never fade. The bond between human, animal, and child has woven itself into something unbreakable, a story of compassion, kindness, and the promise of protection. Days pass, and the baby thrives in its new home, surrounded by love and care. The farmer tends to the animals, including the horse, who continues to stand guard over the barn, as if watching over the child, even from afar. The baby grows stronger with each passing day, its laughter filling the barn, a stark contrast to the silence of that initial discovery. The horse, with its quiet strength and unwavering loyalty, remains a part of the baby's life in a way that cannot be described in words. It is there, always, a symbol of the incredible bond that formed in that moment of crisis. And so, the story continues, a tale of rescue, connection, and hope, showing that sometimes the most unlikely heroes are the ones who leave the deepest impact on our hearts. The baby, now safe and loved, is a reminder of the power of compassion, and the horse's presence is a constant reminder that kindness can change the course of a life. Months have passed, and the once tiny baby is now growing, full of life and joy. The soft cries that once filled the barn have turned into bursts of laughter, a sound that echoes throughout the space, filling it with warmth and happiness. The baby, now a little toddler, is safe in a cozy corner of the barn, surrounded by colorful toys, its eyes sparkling with curiosity as it begins to explore the world around it. The farmer looks on with a gentle smile, their heart full of pride as they watch the child thrive. Outside, the horse stands tall and calm, grazing near the fence, its coat still shining in the sunlight. It's as if nothing has changed, and yet everything has. The bond between the horse, the farmer, and the child is unspoken, but its strength is evident. The horse still watches over the barn, as if it's fulfilling a silent promise made that day when it first discovered the baby in the box. Its presence remains a quiet assurance, a reminder that the child is never truly alone. The camera lingers on the child's face, now bright and full of wonder. It reaches out towards the horse, a look of pure delight crossing its face. The horse, sensing the child's gaze, steps forward with a slow and graceful movement, as if acknowledging the bond that has formed. The child giggles and reaches out further, and for a moment, time seems to stand still. The horse lowers its head, allowing the child to gently pat its nose, a soft moment of connection that speaks volumes. The farmer, witnessing this simple exchange, steps back and watches with a quiet, knowing smile. The horse has done more than just protect and watch over the baby. It has become a silent guardian, a companion, a part of this child's story. The baby, now growing into a strong and happy toddler, knows this animal in a way that words can't express. The bond between them has deepened, and the promise of protection is as strong as ever. As the day turns to dusk, the horse and the child share one last moment of quiet connection. The baby's small hand gently rests on the horse's side, and the animal stands still, as if understanding the gravity of what has unfolded. The farm, once just a place of work and routine, has now become a place of healing, growth, and love. The baby, once abandoned and alone, is now surrounded by the warmth of a family that includes both humans and animals. This is more than just a story of rescue. It's a story of connection, of kindness, and of the powerful bond that can form between different lives. It's a reminder that no matter how difficult the beginning, the ending can always be filled with love, hope, and the promise of a brighter tomorrow. As the video draws to a close, we are reminded of the incredible journey that has unfolded before our eyes, one that began with a simple act of kindness and led to a bond that changed lives forever. The baby, once abandoned and vulnerable, has grown into a strong, happy child, embraced by love and care from all sides. The horse, once a quiet observer, has become an integral part of this child's life, a silent protector whose presence offers comfort and reassurance. The camera pans over the barn, now filled with laughter and warmth. The horse stands just outside, grazing peacefully, a guardian in every sense of the word. The baby, now a toddler, plays nearby, its tiny hands reaching out to touch the horse once more. There's a sense of peace in the air, a quiet understanding that the journey of this child will always be marked by the love of the people and animals who've cared for it. It's a reminder that kindness, no matter how small, has the power to change everything. That even in the darkest moments, a light can shine through in the most unexpected ways. The bond between humans and animals is not just something we see in stories. It's something real, something powerful, and something worth cherishing. As we close, we encourage you to think about how you can make a difference, no matter how big or small. Support your local animal shelters, donate to child rescue organizations, and most importantly, spread kindness wherever you go. It's in these small acts of compassion that the world becomes a better place for everyone. Thank you for joining us on this journey. If you were touched by this story, please like, comment, and subscribe for more heartwarming videos that remind us all of the power of compassion. Share this story with someone who needs a little hope today. And remember, kindness has the power to create miracles, just like the one we've witnessed here. Until next time, take care and never underestimate the impact of a simple act of kindness.